Let's take a look at the last exercise in Chapter 7, 7-15. In this exercise, we're told that Veronica Mars, a recent graduate of Bell's accounting program, evaluated the operating performance of Dunn Company's 6 divisions. Veronica made the following presentation to Dunn's board of directors and suggested that Percy division be eliminated. If Percy division is eliminated, she said, our total profits will increase by $26,000. Basically saying the Percy division will be gone. So what she has done is she has done segment reporting, which is very good. She has shown the 5 profitable divisions, what they look like, the one that's not profitable, given the combined numbers, and said this one is going to be gone. We have one additional sentence given here, 2 additional sentences given over here. The first one says that the Percy division's cost of goods sold is $61,000 variable and $15,000 fixed. Operating expenses are $30,000 variable and $20,000 fixed. None of Percy division's fixed costs will be eliminated if the division is discounted. So now the question is Veronica Mars right in her presentation and her recommendation? So let's present this in Excel and see how this would look like. So I have the basic information written out over here, what was given in the textbook. So let's take a look at what she has suggested. She has suggested that we get rid of Percy division. So I'm going to highlight this in red over here or a different color so you can see. And by eliminating that, she says all of those things are going to go away, and therefore our profits is going to be $157,740. That's what the 5 divisions had. So your profits are going to jump from $136,740 to $156,740. So that's obviously good news. Now, we were given that additional information about the cost of goods sold and operating expenses being fixed and variable. So what I've done over here for our purposes, so we can look at this carefully, as I said, let's look at these numbers a little differently and see how these presented differently and see how our answers would change over here. So for the other 5 divisions, we're not concerned with the fixed, variable, etc., because those are the profitable divisions which she has said keep it. So that information is the same over here. For Percy division, this 76,000, we were given the breakdown of what is fixed and what's variable. So let's present that information and see how that becomes different over here. Okay, so we have variable, which will go away, that will get eliminated, but the fixed is not going to get eliminated. I'm going to put that in red over here so you can see it. Let me double check my numbers over here for a quick second. 30 is variable and 20 is 30 is variable. I wrote this incorrectly, variable, and 20 is fixed. So again, the fixed is what I'm concerned with because that's not going to go away. Now, if we follow through with her plans of eliminating Percy division, the other 5 divisions remain the same. So let's just keep that as it is. We're not making any changes to that. What we had over here, what she said, we have not changed any of that. Percy division, what's going to happen? Which of these numbers are going to go away? Okay. Will we have anything in sales if we eliminate the division? No, that's going to be gone. Will we have any variable expense? That's going to be gone. Will we have the fixed expense? That's going to stay with us. That's not going away. Okay. So that's going to stay there, which means actually we're going to have instead of a gross profit, a gross loss over there. Then let's come over here and see what happens to the operating expenses. Again, I had these flipped around over here, variable and fixed. The variable goes away. What happens to the fixed? It stays with us. Okay. So what happens to this division? Even after we eliminate the division, it's actually going to cost us $35,000 in loss. If we were losing 26, we're going to lose 35. if you eliminate the division. And then let's look at all the total numbers, what happens over there. From where we were, we're going to drop to 122,740 by eliminating the per C division. So the final comparison we're going to do, again putting it in a different color over here. If we eliminate the per C division, our total net income is going to drop from 131,740 to 122,740. It's not going to increase, as she had said. It's actually going to decrease. You're going to be worse off by getting rid of the per C division. So we need to see if these costs, the fixed costs, can go away, or we can do something else, as in make use of that fixed cost somewhere else, put it to good use somewhere else. Then perhaps we could consider getting rid of the per C division. Otherwise, it's not really a good thing to do right now. So basically what you've seen in this chapter is when you make decisions, you want to use per unit analysis. You want to separate wherever you can fixed and variable. That makes a huge difference. Variable costs typically will go away if that product goes away or whatever you're making, it goes away. However, that fixed cost, it's a sunk cost, it's there, it's not going away. You have to find an alternate use for it, otherwise that's going to drag you down. And you could actually make a bad decision if you ignore that fixed cost, as in this example. You could move from making 131,740 down to 122,740 by eliminating an unprofitable division. So lots to think about when you make recommendations to management about accounting. And this is again an example where when you make decisions based off accounting, you really can be very powerful if you do it correctly. And that's where this class and what you learn over here is really useful for anyone beyond accountants, because it's really being used by people outside of accounting to make good decisions. So I will see you again with chapter 9 shortly.